free load.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
G'day, I'm Evan, and welcome to Gamey, streaming live for Pickaxe Week all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Thanks to the Triforce guys, and thanks for everyone watching, for sticking around and watching this show that we're doing. We're a comedy show about video games. We stream live on Twitch. We're at Gamey Show, and we put episodes out on YouTube, so you can go search for us there if you enjoy the show. But let's get started. Joining me on the show this week is Naomi Higgins.
So excited to learn what a video game is. This will be the week.
I reckon you've got it.
Cass Page is here.
Hello. Oh, more clap. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Greg Larson.
The claps got bigger each time. Greg. Where? Greg.
I was just telling Naomi.
We're freaking out because there's British people watching and it's freaking me out.
Yeah.
I told Naomi I was nervous and she was messing with me.
They're all down in their coal mines and they're like floating in the Thames.
Oh, were you famous for coal mines in Australia?
I don't know.
Oh, now we are.
I just imagine they all work
famous
in
for the
coal
Thames?
mines.
Oh, yeah.
The ponting on the Thames.
Hey, this week,
Do you think they're making jokes about us being their convicts right now?
probably.
Yeah, good.
You
That'd be
would,
fair enough.
right?
Because we are.
Sneakers.
I'm a basher. I'll bash you. Like I've been to jail before, man.
Have you really?
Imagine you in jail.
Well, I have actually been in overnight lockup.
Really?
Yeah, I've been locked up overnight.
Did you rate
yeah.
it?
Sorry?
Would you rate it?
I rate it, but poorly.
Okay.
Was it boring?
It was really actually boring.
Yeah,
That was the main thing.
I would get mad at how boring it was.
It was really, really
How long are
boring.
you there for? You're just there for the
like,
night,
like
right?
12 hours.
Yeah, why is it so boring? Just sleep.
Well, you can't, there's no bed or anything. There's just a big silver bench and a bunch of dudes.
So you're in the same cell as other people?
Yeah. And there's one toilet in the middle.
That's more like a dream.
Did you did you piss or shit?
No, I did not piss or shit.
All right.
I was like, I
Other
wasn't.
people? I
Yeah.
don't want to know.
No, a guy pissed. That was it. Yeah.
God.
Was it a thing when he pissed?
No, it wasn't a thing. Like everyone was like, to be honest, everyone was super depressed.
That makes
They're all
sense.
sitting in the lockup, just like, oh,
Would you rather? Do you think it would be easier to sleep in the overnight lockup 12 hours
yeah.
or on a 24-hour flight?
Overnight lockup, easy.
Okay.
It'd be easier to sleep.
What?
Because you can just like lie on the floor or something. Like on a 24-hour flight, you're just like,
I don't know. I find planes pretty roomy.
yeah, that's
Sorry, that's
weird.
mean, but I can curl up in a ball.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was my
Maybe we should get on with the show.
talk about video games.
Yes.
Having an important discussion here.
I don't know where I'm looking.
You're looking at Jam over there. Jam.
Hi, Jam.
On the cam.
Pan to Jam. Just
Pan to
kidding.
Jam.
He's the only one in the room. Why don't you swing the camera around 180?
That won't work. Hey, this week we're talking about the Plucky Squire. But first, what do you think of this?
Don't
Meta.
call me that. I'm going to not talk for a while.
Thank you. Meta held their annual Meta Connect event this week to give us a peek at their vision of the future of AI, mixed reality, and wearables. Mark Zuckerberg showed off their new prototype Orion AR glasses and a new entry-level Quest VR headset. But
They
maybe-
look... Sorry, go.
Okay. But maybe the biggest announcement was that Wordle, one of the biggest games in the world, is coming to VR.
Isn't
why it's flat.
Isn't that just thinking?
Isn't that thinking? Is that what you said?
If I'm standing up in the world and I want to conjure a word, that's thinking.
But the,
Hang on.
Yes, I'm not getting it. That's not like a mixed reality experience. That's.
I mean, I don't know what thinking has to do with anything.
I could do this to do the Wordle.
What?
Like,
Or if I want to be like in the space, I'll just think
but
about
couldn't
it.
you just say that about it? Like, I don't need to see the movie Napoleon. I could just think about Napoleon.
I don't know why you're applying thinking to whether something's in 2D or 3D.
No, but I already know all the letters. Like I know.
What?
Like I know.
Like, you know,
you know them off by heart.
wait, you know every letter.
Off by heart.
Bullshit.
Don't make a big deal out of it.
Bullshit.
No,
No
oh
one
my
knows
God.
every letter.
I don't want people to treat me
top of their
differently.
heads.
Stop.
Wait, what's after X?
I'm not going to tell you. You're going to freak
after
out.
X?
I'm not going to freak. It's Y.
That's
No, no,
that's
no.
the one
I don't even know
go
how you're going to check that it's right.
Because we want to know.
Well, if you can come to me for that.
The reason we want to, we want to know, yeah, we want to know what, we don't want to know why, what's after X, we just want to know what letter is after X.
She doesn't want us to learn it so that we have to come to her when we have questions so she can feel important.
Yeah, I'm about to launch my mixed reality experience, which is talking to gas. It's like my life, but also yours.
That would be so much better than Wordle in VR.
I'd get scared. I think if I was turning about, because with VR, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but the world's around you.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the same in real life
No,
too.
but if I turn around,
Yep.
it's going to follow me.
No, well, maybe it won't. No.
Then why would I do it?
So you can leave Wordle.
So you can walk away.
I left it. I'm out. I got out.
I don't understand, because like the worst part about VR is like you're constantly going, oh, who's going to fuck with me while I've got this?
Yes.
Like, you're like when you put
The
a
worst
VR...
part of VR is you're going to get attacked in the real world by
Yes.
someone.
Because you don't know what's going on. Like
You are very vulnerable when you wear
Like
a
you got
VR.
your
You're
VR.
playing this in the 12-hour lockup.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you got to like cover your food and stuff, and you just be like, I don't like VR. Like people are around me. They're gonna they get wet willies.
Oh.
Wet willies are real.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, do you think it would be easy to sleep 12-hour lockup,
Yeah.
6-hour VR, but you have a bed?
6-hour VR, but like you can just close your eyes.
You wouldn't be scared?
Oh
someone
yeah.
could come up behind you if you were laying down but you had the VR headset on.
But weirdly, like I put earplugs in and would sometimes wear a mask when I sleep anyway, so I'm not scared of
Oh,
that.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there something you need to address? Because everyone keeps walking up to my camera and then laughing
Yeah.
and then walking away.
Yeah.
And if it's just that I look fucked, then that's fine. But if it's a technical problem we have to address, then we might as well address it. But if you just
Never monitor it, so Pat was moving and you couldn't see what was going on.
Oh.
Let's stop for 1 second. Naomi's camera, I'm just gonna, on live, just move it. It doesn't for some reason have a screen. Evan,
What?
okay, let's just move Naomi's camera. Alright.
Can't.
whoa!
It
Can I
doesn't,
Vogue?
it doesn't have a screen? Like it doesn't have a display?
Screen was on.
Oh. Right. Okay. How's everybody going? This is fun.
Are we still on?
I guess we're still
That's
on.
not voguing?
This is all good stuff.
Because I feel like we glossed over like a huge part of like the Wordle thing is crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you mean?
Like the Wordle thing is crazy, but before that, what the fuck, Mark Zuckerberg?
Those glasses look like the 3D glasses you get at the cinema that are $1.
But it looks like how they looked 10 years ago.
They haven't changed.
They're more than $1. I think they're quite expensive. They brought them out in a suitcase that was like padlocked to a guy.
Wow, like the nuclear codes?
Yes.
Yeah. Or that really expensive steak restaurant that you see TikToks about.
What?
Like there's a steak place where
Maybe
like
you
people
see
come out with
TikToks
guns. They come out with guns and they go like, oh, watch out. And then like a guy with a padlock opens a thing and there's a steak inside.
The fuck?
What? Because that's like a really valuable steak.
Yeah, it's like a valuable steak. It's like a gold leaf steak. They wrapped gold
I
leaf
knew it was
around
going to
it.
be gold leaf. That's the only
always-
thing that people can do with food to make
Yeah,
it more expensive.
it's just covered in gold. Is gold a heavy metal? Eat a heavy metal. Eat it. You can't. You can't be eating gold.
I think you can. That's why they put it in.
Well, yeah, you can, but you shouldn't.
Surely there's an
I don't know
upper
how
limit.
much You're supposed to. Yeah, there's
There's
got to
an
be
upper limit to everything.
Yeah.
There is Freely
Yeah.
the Banana Girl,
I watched the hot dog eating competition.
Joey Chestnut.
Yeah.
How is he okay?
He's okay.
I thought he got kicked out this year
What?
They
Why?
did- Netflix did a
because
live
he did a
stream.
deal with like vegan hot dogs.
Oh, wow.
But then it turned out they weren't even vegan. But then he got kicked out anyway.
Kicked out of what?
The hot dog eating competition.
Oh.
You can.
4th of July.
This was a.
Hello?
This
Am I the
was
only one who
a-
knows who Joey Chestnut is? Greg,
No,
back me up.
I have no idea who
You don't know who Joey Chestnut is? You don't know who Joey
I
Chestnut
don't know who Joey Chestnut is.
I hope everyone in the comments is, I hope everyone in the chat is pissed off right now.
He's an American competitive eater. He eats hot dogs.
Does he slurp them?
Yeah.
Does he do the like?
He's like the world record holder like a million times over.
And is he?
But he got banned, he got kicked out of the competition this year because he had like a partnership with vegan hot dogs.
But why would that get him kicked out?
Because I think it's sponsored by a hot dog company.
Oh, okay, so
Like
like it was a
big dog.
conflicting sponsorship kind of deal.
Yeah, but then they defended it because people were mad that it was vegan hot dogs, and they defended it by being like, oh, it actually has like gristle in it or something, and then the vegans were mad, and everyone was mad,
Yeah.
and I was mad because Joey Chestnut couldn't do what he does best.
What I watched was a Netflix live streamed event where he went up to defend his record against another guy that he had some beef against. And
I
yeah,
think it was over.
it was about eating hot dogs. But
Dog beef?
Yeah.
no, they did go into it. We're getting a bit off topic, but the beef was about there were.
This is more important.
We're getting a little bit off topic.
Joey
But,
Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut,
I'm
the
concerned.
professional
What
hot
were
dog
they fighting
eater.
about?
What were they? I think it was about the legitimacy of the records and stuff. But like, I don't know. Joey Chestnut can just eat more hot dogs. At the end of the
Such
day,
an observable sport.
He can eat so many hot dogs.
yeah, so many. In 10 minutes, he had 83, I think, and beat his own
scares
world
me.
record.
And you don't know who he is. Isn't that crazy?
And he couldn't
Yeah,
even.
I don't know who, like, and I know how many hot dogs I can eat in a sitting, and it's like 5.
Yeah, but you're not professional though.
Yeah, I know, but like
Those
that's
are good
crazy.
amateur numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, as a
yeah.
hobbyist, I think that's really good.
That's
Thank
pretty
you.
good. I don't know if I could eat 5 hot dogs. Apparently, so Joey Chestnut has a medical condition that means his stomach sits lower. His stomach
I
sits
didn't know this. So
below,
he's like Michael Phelps.
I don't know what he swims. His stomach sits below his rib
I don't
cage,
know
I
he
think,
swims.
so it can expand
Yeah.
more,
Wow.
which feels like an unfair advantage to me.
Well, that's like Michael
sport,
Phelps.
Yeah.
What's Phelps got?
His body produces lactic acid at a different rate or doesn't produce as
I don't know
much, so
about
he
that.
doesn't- No?
We'll talk about that when we're not on stream.
Okay.
But he's like really broad. He's got like, a swimmer's body. It's just like crazy.
Oh, okay, but
know what I
that's
It's like
That's
it's like
not
how
a-
frogs.
but that's not like a medical
jump.
condition.
No, but he's like a genetic freak specifically for swimming. Whereas
make
Joey
him
Chestnut is
to
a
swim?
genetic freak specifically for eating hot dogs.
Right. Okay.
Do you guys ever wonder if you're a genetic freak for something that you just never tried?
Ooh.
No, well, I'm good at lots of stuff, so I guess I just
Maybe
know.
I reckon maybe like rolling around. Like,
You are good
Try
at
that,
that.
and you're really
yeah,
good at it.
yeah, like, but like fully rolling. Like I reckon I could get into a ball and like roll down a hill or something.
All right.
Is rolling down a hill like a thing? Is that a thing that people do?
I bet someone's made it into a sport.
It's
It feels like
sport
something
race.
like that they would do in England.
Yeah. Oh, they do. They do like a
cheese
cheese.
one?
Losers!
roll it.
Losers!
Cheese rolling. Oh, get the cheese, mummy. We're running down a hill.
I hope someone in
Disgusting.
chat has chased the cheese
Disgusting.
before. It looks.
You chased like a big wheel of cheese.
I have, and I would think it would be. You know that feeling that you get when you're a kid and you're running down a hill really fast and you can feel that you're about to fall over and you just give in?
No, I never give in. I white knuckle every aspect of my life every day.
There's a similar thing in Japan, but it's instead of a cheese and running, it's a giant like log, and they all have to ride it down the hill. And if they fall off, they'll probably die.
You talking about a roller coaster?
That rips.
No, it's just a log. It's
you-
just a loose log.
Oh.
But
Not
they
a
ride
loose
it like
log.
straight. They ride it straight and they sit on it like a log ride. Like a log ride, but
Yeah,
it's
right.
just a log.
So it's just
It's all
going.
rails.
It's real.
It's going just straight like.
Yeah, it's going straight down.
Okay. Right.
And people die?
Like when you, I don't know, but when you see footage of it, you're like, you would die if something went badly wrong. on that. I guess you could say that about anything.
Yeah, maybe.
Joey
Things went
Chestnut's in
badly.
danger.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about Mark Zuckerberg?
He just looks weird.
Oh,
what?
He
okay.
looks weird.
Right.
That's not the Mark
He has a
Zuckerberg
different
I
haircut.
remember.
He's got a.
But
he's
he-
working with someone and he makes his own clothes.
His complexion, his body.
I mean, he's like chowdifying.
I was going to say, what do you think he's had done?
Oh, I'd have to get the pics up to be able to. Maybe
Well, we could have another look at that.
Yeah, let's have a look. I
Look
gotta
at the Zuck.
at his- I gotta look at his face. I
Get
like
that Zuck
him.
up.
Because there's that really
Look at him.
famous...
It's
Yeah.
just got longer hair.
Hey guys, I'm Zerk.
Well, did you see there was that picture of him that went viral because he had like a beard, but it wasn't real. But everyone was like, "What the hell? He looks so hot."
What is?
right.
Okay, so what is this? So he's got these glasses, but then this other thing that's not glasses.
Yeah, so they announced a few things, as I said. So there's the Orion AR headset. That's a prototype, the glasses.
Yeah.
It's an augmented reality thing. And then this is just, what we're looking at now is just the Meta Quest 3S, which is like a new entry-level headset, VR headset, similar to the Quest 2 and the Quest 3.
Yeah.
Something is off. Not off. Something's changed.
He's just had a bit of, I think a lot of it is the hair, to be honest.
No. His smile is different.
He's been Jewish.
He's just happier.
No,
Okay.
that
doesn't
man
happen
doesn't
like
have
that.
feelings.
I
Something's off.
I
You're right. He's had work done. I don't know what it is.
yeah.
Something.
Is Meta
Maybe he
Quest?
had a lip flip.
Is it a game? Is it a gaming system? Do you play games on this?
yeah.
or is it-
This is the Quest 2, so this is a
Oh.
model of that. This is a VR headset. It's a
I
standalone.
forgot that was like connected to Facebook.
Yeah, it's a standalone VR headset, is what it is.
A standalone.
Yes, you don't have to plug it into a computer or whatever. It's just its own thing.
And what do you play on it? What games?
I play Beat Saber on it. Mostly.
Really?
That's mostly what I play
You
on it.
still play Beat Saber?
Oh yeah, it's great. It's like the best game. They keep releasing new songs. They got that new Eminem song, Houdini, on there.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna buy a Quest 2 right now if I can play Eminem's hit track Houdini
It's
on
charting.
Beat Saber. It is charting. That is
I like Synth Rider better than Beat Saber anyway. It's more like.
All right, play that then. So anyway, but you can play.
fuck you, dude. No one gives
Yeah.
a shit.
Yeah. Sorry. Wordle.
This is just a VR headset. That's available. October 15. The other thing he showed was
This is an ad for the Meta Quest 3S.
with this show.
Yeah,
that is.
You're just reading out. It's available for pre-order
I'm
now.
just
Like
explaining what this is the news. This is the news.
it says, Naomi, tell of your campaign against Wordle.
Oh yeah. Well, yes. Like I said, the
You don't care.
What do you hate about Wordle?
I just got really mad about Wordle when everyone was like, Wordle of the day, like just tweeting everything. So
Yeah.
I was like, should I just spoil the Wordle on Twitter this day? And then I was talking to my friend Hum, on my stream, and she was like, you should sponsor it so it comes up on people's pages who don't even follow you. So I
That's
did.
pretty funny.
I tweeted it at 12:01 a.m. And a lot of people muted me. And I think I lost some powerful connections by doing that. And then someone told me later, they're like, Naomi, you ruined the day of someone who blank. I'm not going to say what because I don't want to specify, but think of like the top 5 worst things that could happen to you in your life. If you went on like Family Feud and it's like, what's the worst thing that could happen? It would be in the top 5. And they were like, you ruined that person's day. And then I felt really bad.
The day was
The date,
ruined.
yeah. Like what? How's Wordle? Like,
Yeah, they were like, yeah, it really like, someone spoiled Wordle and it just completely ruined my day.
there's better games than Wordle if you want to get it. Like, it's all right. It takes.
That's the irony. Now I play Wordle every single day. But I don't tell anyone about it.
I don't play it. I play Connections.
I love Connections.
That's not available in VR.
Connections is fun.
I like Connection. I'd move that I could get around in VR. I could put things in where they
Little
go.
pictures
Yeah.
of just people.
I mean, just
and
to
you
be
gotta
clear,
connect them.
that's not how this works, right? It is flat.
It's just a screen.
Yeah, it's just a
Why?
Surely you can get a browser in VR.
Well, this is the new thing, right? This is the new thing. What they've announced is now you can have 2D apps in virtual reality.
Yeah.
Yes.
Serious?
And
You already could do that though. Like you can
couldn't
play
you have a
any
browser?
PlayStation game.
huh?
Couldn't you have a browser open in VR? You're telling me you can't have a browser open in VR?
You can, but
And I could just go on
Yeah, you
Wordle
can.
on a browser in VR.
You absolutely can.
sure.
So what is
It
the
already
difference?
exists.
The difference is this is here's in the store.
You get the boxes in the
I
background.
think you get the boxes in the background.
So you get stuck in like Wordle limbo. If you turn around, you turn your back on the words, you see
Yeah.
block.
And if you lose, you die.
And also,
real
it's the
world?
worst way. Like, VR is already like just annoying. Like, I have a VR headset at home that isn't even mine. So my brother
Same.
came to my house and lent it to me, or no, just like brought it to my house, then forgot it, and he lives in another country. So he like then forgot it, and I was like, "Oh, I can get it back to you." And he's like, "I don't care," because he never uses it, and I never use it.
That's how I feel about the one I have. I got it from some bozo.
Yeah, and you just,
It just sits in my house. I've literally never played it.
yeah, like you put it on, you're like,
play
"Oh
it
yeah, this
sometime.
is kind of all right." Then maybe your eyes hurt for a bit, and then you're like, "All right, it's easier just to play a game on a screen."
Do you know what? I legitimately don't know anyone who has a VR set in their home that's theirs. And I don't know anyone who owns a VR set that lives in their home. Why is it here?
Well, Evan owns like
Why is it
7.
here? Oh, okay.
So I have one of his.
And also the other thing is the thing that like it wears off really quick, the feeling of, oh wow, I'm here. It's like, no, I'm not.
You would think so. But
Yeah.
Evan keeps playing Beat Saber and it's been
Yeah.
years.
Oh, because I mean,
What is that?
That's immersive though.
well, it's less about the immersion. It's more about it's just a fun game, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather not be immersed.
Oh, and also, I played, was it Resident Evil? Resident Evil, I feel like I might have talked about this on this show before. Or maybe it was a gaming podcast. I don't know. But I played Resident Evil Village in VR because I got the headset, right? And everyone said, oh, it was made for VR, blah, blah. I can't get past the first bit.
Is that the one with the giant woman with the huge tits?
Yeah. And I can't,
That's what they mean by made for VR.
yeah, and I can't get to that bit because I can't get past the village. Because it's like, it's going like, oh, you got, like, when you reload, you have to go like this, but your hand's going like, and you're just going like,
It's hard, right?
and then you're going, okay, and then suddenly it's like, oh, it's synced up weird. So like I'm looking here, the VR headset's here, and I'm like, I just got to push the recenter button. No, I'm dead. Like it's just constant, like,
I hate that when you're
It's a
trying to get
nightmare.
there and you're trying to get there and you just can't.
yeah, it's bullshit. And I want to play the VR bit where the baby's chasing you, the big baby. I want to get eaten by the baby and feel like I'm really being eaten by the big baby in VR in the dark.
Yeah.
And I can't even get there because it's like it's too.
Yep. I mean, yeah. I think Beat Saber's good. I haven't had a chance to play Wordle in the VR, but that I think
It must be a transformative experience. I mean, you have to assume.
there was where so.
Imagine if you could play solitaire in VR. But solitaire as in the one on Windows 98.
Oh my god, I'd love that with all the.
Well, no, that actually would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Also, I really don't like in the Wordle that you have to like click on the. Do you remember when the planes you used to have to when you're in the plane and you're
Do
playing?
you remember when the planes... Sorry, my mind went somewhere else. Go on.
I've forgotten what happened with them. When you're on the plane and you are trying to play a game on the plane, and your arms are getting exhausted because you're just doing this the whole time.
Ooh.
I used to get like really sore arms on the plane trying to play any of the video games on the
Yes,
plane.
I have that when I play Beat Saber.
Yeah,
On-
yeah,
You keep saying on the plane. You just mean when you're on a flight?
yes.
No, the plane. Don't you know about the plane?
I was on
the big
the
plane.
But I imagine
Big
like
plane we always go on.
but doing Wordle. If I'm on the phone, I don't even need to look at the phone to hit the buttons.
Right.
But I'm gonna have to.
You know the alphabet, Cass. We get it.
Yeah, you know all the letters off by heart.
You don't even know where they are, apparently.
But I have to like aim them. Oh God!
I like Wordle.
Tell me more.
Wordle.
You mean global?
Are they,
I do one that's called Wordle.
Oh, okay, I do global.
What is global? Is it the same
I
thing?
assume it's similar to Wordle,
Where
and
you-
it sounds better than Wordle.
You look at a country and you have to guess what the country is.
yeah.
Well, it's different from that, actually.
Yeah.
I do
You guess a
Cetera for that
country and it
one.
tells you how far away you are from whatever.
Oh yeah.
It actually taught me a lot of countries.
Yeah.
I didn't know until recently. No, I've forgotten Yeah, go for it. Oh no, because I've forgotten.
Oh.
You didn't know
I
that
didn't
a
know
country...
that. I thought Peru was in Asia,
Ah.
and because I always get it mixed up with Nepal because that's where people go and then say they went.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
And then I got them mixed up again. But I'm right. Peru is in South America now. 100%. I know that. I went to a pretty bad public school, but thanks to global.
And now you're learning geography. That's good.
Yeah. Now I know where Ghana is.
Where is it?
In Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I know what, for example, Ghana looks like.
You know the shape
The shape of it?
Yeah, I know the shape
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
Like a rectangle.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll trust you on that.
Long ways. You
Um,
know what I mean?
New York Times guy said Wordle is the perfect choice for this virtual environment.
I
given its
disagree.
Yeah,
simple,
the New York
user-friendly
Times
interface
guy would say
disagree.
that.
that audiences everywhere have come to love.
It's one of the worst things that's ever happened in the history of the human species.
It seems on the face of
I
it.
VR
disagree
world.
with that.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think there's worse stuff.
Yeah, maybe. Like on reflection, there might be, but it's got to be like in a list at least.
Yeah.
It's in the list of the worst things that's ever happened in the history of the human race.
I think probably on the face of it, it seems like a silly thing to do.
Yeah.
But
Are we done with this?
I fear for the Quest if that's what they're advertising.
Yeah.
If they're like,
yeah, it sounds.
Well,
it's,
is it the #1 game in the world?
I don't think so. No.
What
But
is?
Millions of people
What
play
is?
it today.
What's the #1 game in the world?
I don't know.
Trying to think of a funny answer.
I reckon you can do it. Go.
It was like, you know, okay, so you know when they say like, what's the most dangerous animal in the world? And then you go, man.
Yeah.
So like, what's the funniest game in the world? Like the game of love, or like
Okay.
not that, but something like that is,
Alright.
is the joke.
What about Leisure Suit Larry? Would that have worked?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was cool. I remember used to
Yeah.
playing it, and like the check to see if you're an adult was it would just ask you questions that like adults would know.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah, like back in the day, before like when you weren't even on the internet and you're on the computer, and you'd have to be like, it would ask you questions like, you know, who was the lead singer of the band Cream or something, and you'd be like, fuck. And then like someone was like, I found out all the answers, like I know all these, and then you'd unlock. You'd be able to
That's a
play
good,
Leisure
you know,
Suit Larry.
before the internet, it worked.
Yeah.
The point is,
#1 game in the world. Maybe Tetris?
it's probably Roblox or something, right?
Off.
It depends on what your measurement is.
Roblox.
The number of people. Number of people.
Roblox.
Roblox? Have you-
PUBG?
Roblox.
No, surely not. Well, maybe
not.
at one time.
Well, it says August 2024, but that can't be true.
No. You could
Google's useless now.
look at the
2023. That
about-
said, what the hell? That can't be right.
look, it's probably not Wordle, but millions of people play it a day. Maybe, I mean, I feel like a casual game like this is probably, you know, would be in the running, right? Because lots of people do just play it on their phone, not just gamers. Anyway, point is, of this
A
story.
while ago, it was Pal World.
Okay. Power World getting sued by Nintendo.
For what?
Hi.
What did they even do?
Apparently, they say people in China pay PUBG.
People in China play PUBG on their phones.
There you go.
Oh, that
Egg
would
on
make
your
a
face.
huge difference. Yeah.
Cunt.
All right. All right. I deserve that.
Yeah.
Um,
#1 PUBG. There you go. Who knew?
PUBG.
so, the point is
Yes. Point to us.
that the idea of this is that if you can, that they're opening up so it's a more open platform so that you can develop games
Why
for
are we
VR
still talking
more
about this?
easily.
Can we
Well,
just
I was
move
getting
on?
to the point of it so that
Okay.
then we can move on.
And do you have to get to the point of it?
Not really.
About why Wordle's in VR? Like, do we need to get to the bottom of
Why
it?
it's no, but why it's news? I
Go on,
guess.
go on.
Why did they announce it? You know, it's so that they're making it easier to develop for the Meta headsets, so that if you can develop a web game, you can make it run on natively on a Meta headset. If you can develop Android games, you can develop natively for MetaQuest. Because one of the problems with VR is that there's not enough games, right? There's just not enough content, and it's a bit of a chicken and egg thing. Why would a developer or a publisher invest millions of dollars developing a AAA VR title if there aren't enough people who are going to buy it, who have headsets who are actually going to play it? But then why would people buy headsets if the games aren't there? So it's this you have to, anyway.
Especially when you have people like me and Greg who have the headsets but refuse to play games anyway.
It's it's like when every TV was a 3D TV for a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And-
when they had the little curve to them.
Yeah, and there's a curve, and then you get the 3D glasses, and then you're like, oh, cool, and then your 3D glasses just get chucked out.
I recently found out that my TV is a 3D capable television.
Yeah.
I was hell-bent on watching Saw 7 or 8 in 3D, and I looked at buying the glasses on Facebook Marketplace and everything, and then I just sort of gave up.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a shame.
that's sad.
And then I watched the movie, it wasn't good.
It's
None of them
VR.
are good.
Oh, chill.
What
Chill. The first one is pretty good.
the first one is pretty good, yeah. But
Yeah, the
after
first
that,
Saw was
it's
cool.
I have watched through all of them.
And
Not because they're
It
good.
doesn't
I
work.
guess
No,
this
it
is
does.
technically a callback. You know that the first Saw movie takes place on 9/11.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, when he looks at the phone, the date is, I think it's 10th of September 2001.
Yeah, the day before.
And the movie was made 3 years, it was released 3 years after 9/11, but they were like, what if it happened the day before 9/11?
I wonder what in that movie that they were like, oh, this wouldn't happen in a post 9/11. There's something in there that they're like, not believable anymore.
Isn't it never came up in any of the sequels either? They made 9 more of them, and
Isn't it crazy that the first time this happened?
because they're constantly jumping around the narrative timeline, right?
They are. They do. They
9/11
jump
doesn't
back, they
really
jump forward.
factor in.
It's it's amazing.
It's a very inconsistent.
Well, that I
world.
disagree with.
You think it's a consistent world? It doesn't really make any sense.
No, they just the actors have gotten pissed off because that was retcon their 3 movie arcs being
Yeah.
actually she was just a puppet.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's all. The Plucky Squire is a delightful, puzzly platformer set in a beautiful storybook world. It's full of surprises. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Developed by All Possible Futures, The Plucky Squire is a lighthearted single-player action adventure where the limits of reality take on a whole new dimension. Set within the storybook land of Mojo, you play as Jot,
This
the
is the
eponymous
trailer?
Plucky Squire,
It's a trailer.
and hero of the realm.
It's like the trailer of a movie from the 60s.
Page by page across
Where they just sort of
Mojo,
explain what
battling
happens in the
baddies,
movie.
solving puzzles, and engaging in mini-games. But when Humgrum casts Jot out of the book and onto the desk, things get real. Turn Humgrum's plan against him by jumping from world to world, utilizing tools from one to solve problems in the other. With a wide variety of gameplay styles and a charming cast of colorful characters, the Plucky Squire will take most players between 8 to 10 hours to complete. The game features 2 difficulty modes alongside
This is a weird trailer. I don't know why this is the trailer.
Come and see Alien Romulus. It will take you 1.5 hours to watch. It includes many aliens of all different shapes and sizes, as well as a protagonist who you'll come to enjoy.
Come to enjoy. That was awesome.
What an amazing
Evan.
trailer.
Thank you so much, Evan.
Should we?
you, Evan.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
You're
thank
welcome.
you,
Thank you,
Evan.
Evan.
There was another trailer. I was looking briefly at trailers on YouTube, and I didn't actually watch that one through. I mean,
Yeah, I assumed that you didn't watch it through.
You seem pretty.
But it looked better. There was another trailer, but it didn't actually show actual gameplay. It was like, when they have a trailer, it's just like a cinematic trailer.
Why can't anyone make trailers anymore?
I don't know.
Why is it called a trailer? It goes in front of stuff.
Because you
It's a good question.
Why? Why?
Oh,
It's kind of funny, actually. Trailers used to air after the movie, not before. Think of them like a little
Whoa.
Why have you?
after the movie.
So it wasn't even a like.
Why does your phone do? I don't like that. Did you?
I'm mad at you.
That's really not.
Wait, do not take that out again.
What?
I am pissed off at you.
Was that AI?
Yeah.
Was that AI? Yes. Did you bring AI into this space?
I want to pick up your phone and throw it.
Don't do that.
Oh no, it'll hurt at the phone.
Right, because then you couldn't do that again to us. I felt that was like a violation. Stop! Is she still talking? Get her off!
Hey, that was
There
a
you
trailer.
go. They did
Should
used
we-
to go after the movie. That's
Yeah, that answers that question. Do you want to do
that question,
drinks
and
before
it
we
really
start
sucks
talking
the
about-
joy out of it. I think.
Do anyone want to drink, and then we'll get back into the where we talk about the game?
Yeah. What is
wanna
this?
whack
A
you
break? Is
upside
this
the
a
head.
break?
Yes, we'll take a short break, and then we'll get back into it. For
We're
the,
gonna take a short break,
Will they
guys.
stop looking if they're
We'll
looking?
still
No, they're
be
gonna
here.
keep
they're still
looking.
looking. They're
English?
still looking, and they're still.
We're just
listening.
going to talk to you for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you guys going?
How are you?
Yeah.
all?
How is everybody?
What's up?
Thanks for watching this.
We are looking at the chat now.
I think I'm fine for drink because we have so much Coke. Is there?
Yeah,
another
give us a
bottle?
Yeah.
Coke. I'm fucking.
got full of Coke.
I'm buzzing now. I was real tired. I had jet lag, and now I'm feeling good.
Anyone watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
I watched
No.
maybe the first or
Is
second.
that a porno?
You got to watch it.
You want Coke?
No, thank you.
I'll do Coke, Greg.
Anyway, they drink Coca-Cola.
Do they?
Isn't that weird?
Oh, do you know what? I've been actually learning a lot about these people. I did not realize that's what I was watching clips of.
Yes.
Oh my God, I want to go to their soda shops. They drink 44 ounces of soda every day.
Well, multiple times a day.
Hang on, what?
Because they can't have coffee in Utah, there's like soda shops everywhere that open like in the
can't have
morning. So they morning drive-through instead of, it's basically Starbucks, but instead of coffee, it's soda.
Why can't they have coffee?
But is it caffeine-free soda?
Because the Book of Mormon says you can't have tea or coffee.
Really? Is it because there's caffeine, or is there some other thing?
I thought it was.
Fully, I think it's
thought it was-
because it's caffeine, but they're like, well, it didn't say not soda.
Oh, okay.
Soda didn't exist.
Yeah, I thought Mormons couldn't have caffeine.
Yeah, they're like, common misconception. And then they go on to say that like the Book of Mormon was basically talking about caffeine.
Yeah.
But it technically just said hot drinks.
I have seen the new Ocean Gate footage.
Is the new Ocean Gate footage?
Yeah.
Evan.
There's footage of the robot going down to the sea floor, and
Greg Wink.
Yeah, thanks. It's still kind of got stuff in it though.
anyway, there's footage of the little robot that going down to the bottom of the sea floor.
And squishing.
No. They find the remains. It's when they're finding the remains of the.
Oh,
Ocean Gate
really?
Titan.
And you're allowed to watch that?
Yeah, you can watch
And I'm
that.
allowed to watch that?
Yeah, why not?
That's funny. That's
Yeah, it's got a
funny,
ratchet strap around it.
The remover.
It's not like gory. There's no, they were
'cause
obliterated
they-
in the
yeah,
in
they
a-
would have been,
in a
disintegrated.
microsecond, right? So it's not like there's people down there really. But you can see, the
With the
remains
of the ship.
of the ship.
Of the
Sorry, yes,
of the
submersible.
submersible.
Yes,
Anyway, yeah, you should watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
I'm gonna note that down.
I watched one episode. I was
really
like,
should.
what? These people are crazy. I'm not gonna watch this.
I really like that Keep Sweet.
Oh my god, I breathed my hair in. When I'm watching a reality show and I'm like, these people are weird, that's when I stop. I want to watch some normal people doing normal things. And just having a nice time.
Do you know my favorite reality TV show? And it truly is a guilty pleasure because I do feel a bit bad. Doomsday Preppers.
I've never seen that.
Those people are not well.
Yeah.
It's
Thank you so much. That's
It's
so nice.
brilliant because it starts off with every episode they'll visit a couple of different families and they will say, what is the apocalypse that you're preparing for? And the person will have a very straight face and be like, I'm preparing for, this one woman was preparing for a global pandemic. I hope she's okay. This is an old episode. She's like, I'm preparing for a global pandemic. And then they go through the entire setup, all the things they're planning for. And then at the end of it, they give the person a ranking as to how well they think they're going to survive the apocalypse.
Of their choosing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is great because you're watching people be like, no, I think I do well, and it's not good. It's
Wow,
not
so
good.
they say, like, you're preparing for this, you're actually unprepared for it,
Yes.
and this is your whole personality, and you're bad at it.
Wow.
Yep, and it's a real
I didn't know they did that.
legitimate fear they have.
It's also like quite enabling too. It's like
I know it's so
You
bad.
gotta get back.
you gotta go even deeper into this. But what's funny is like, because doomsday preppers would all be like,
The fuck was that?
I shelved the desk by accident. I'm so sorry.
because doomsday preppers would all be like, oh, it's like zombies and all this, but like, you know, there really is a climate doomsday coming.
Oh, and some people are preparing for that.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. One guy is like, there are some people who are like hoarding seeds in the most major way. They've got like hordes and hordes of seeds so that they can like.
They refrigerated?
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
That seems all right.
You gotta refrigerate your
You
seeds.
do. Thank God.
Cold seeds.
We watched an episode of Hoarders recently because I'm like, I haven't watched that show in ages. They're still making it.
Yep.
It was so depressing.
Really made me feel much better about my house.
It was really frustrating. This particular episode, I assume this particular episode was just very frustrating because there's this old woman who doesn't want to throw out all this stuff. And
Whoa, that happened in that show?
in Hoarders, yeah. But it was clearly, they just clearly are not addressing the actual problem or talking to her about what the actual problem is.
What's the problem?
The problem,
Maybe we don't need to get into it.
but we don't need to get into it, but the problem is the rest of her family. Who are just being
that
like,
always the
come on,
way."
you just gotta throw your stuff out. You just gotta, and then everyone's just like, you really gotta throw your stuff out. You can't be hanging on to all this stuff. And she's like, "Buh, buh, buh." It was just like they
That
they
paints
even
a very
have
clear picture.
they even have like a psychologist there or something who's supposed to be like able to talk to them and help them through it and stuff. But I don't know if it was a deliberate thing, but they were way off base with what it was. Just blindingly obvious from watching it that she was like really, really depressed and had issues with the rest of her family, and that the hoarding stuff was they were trying to tackle that as like, but you don't need this stuff as a logical problem, not an emotional issue.
So what you're saying is the people that make the reality TV show Hoarders aren't very good at dealing with, like, they're not very smart.
No, I don't think they're very.
That reminds me of the episode of Dr. Phil I saw when I was like, I don't think this guy's a very good doctor.
I don't think Dr. Phil knows what he's on about.
Yeah, and it was this girl who was obsessed with Joel from Good Charlotte. And he was like, what do you think the odds are that you get married to Joel, what's his name?
Madden.
And she was like 50%.
Wow.
And so what do you think Dr. Phil does to help her?
Introduces her to Joel Madden.
Gets Joel Madden to record a video being like, I'm a terrible boyfriend. Like, Nicole Richie, like, always tells me that I leave stuff all over the house. I was like, well, great. This is definitely going to help. Thanks, Dr. Phil.
He's got a personalised message from
Yeah.
Joel Madden.
Oh my God. So she's there like,
I'm
he
trying
knows
to say Joel
I exist.
Edgerton. It's not Joel Edgerton. Yeah, so I don't think he's a very good doctor.
Should we talk about the game and then we can finish up soon?
Oh, well, we're back on.
Should we just go on?
Let's just go home now.
Yeah, let's talk about the...
Hey, where?
I'm
We
so
can see your water
embarrassed.
bottle. We don't want to see your water bottle.
Thank you.
Now see the tea bag thing? Yeah, okay. I think you should fire Jack.
Hey, that was a look at the trailer for the Plucky Squire.
Oh, wait, stop. It's still 9 minutes. Sorry.
Oh, we got to go back to day mode. Let's go back to day mode, everybody.
It's day mode.
Day mode.
It just causes problems.
Hey, there we are. That was a look at the trailer for the Plucky Squire. This is a cute game. What a cute little game.
Ah,
Yeah.
an absolute sweetie of a game.
Yep.
Made me want to kiss it. Made me want to kiss the game.
Little smooches. I was charmed.
Yeah.
I was charmed.
I reckon it's not a bad little game.
Yeah.
That's my review. Thumbs up. If it wasn't for the new Zelda game coming out tomorrow, I'd probably get the Plucky Squire. But I'm going to get the new Zelda game.
Number 2 on a list is a pretty high number.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like it feels like a similar type of
Oh,
deal as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like a similar type of
Yeah. Puzzly. They're both Zeldas. Puzzly. Zelda's got
puzzly.
You think it was
puzzly walk
puzzly?
around, little muck
Plucky
around.
Squire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're solving little puzzles.
all puzzles.
There's a
Yeah,
puzzle
but-
involved. We saw. I played it just before. There was a puzzle, and then you solve it.
That's what. Yeah, that's what.
It's true, I
It
was
does
there.
sound like a puzzle.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to do, and then we figured it out.
I was sitting there and I was like, I'm puzzled.
Yeah. Right.
I'm puzzled.
Yeah, I felt that a lot.
At first I went, this game sucks. And then I went, oh wait.
There's whimsy to it. That was pretty special.
Yeah.
Yes.
We did have a moment of, oh,
Yeah.
oh,
It's a little bit whimsy, a little bit cutie.
What's that
Little
emotion?
cutie.
oh. You didn't get that one?
What?
He doesn't get any of them.
Not on your list?
You were surprised? Is that?
Yeah,
was
and
that surprise?
charmed.
And charmed. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Delighted.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
delighted.
I said
I'm
delight before,
surprised. I'm charmed. I truly.
Tickled.
I'm a bit like bewitched.
Okay.
You know, I'm under the game's spell.
I was not under the game spell.
No.
And I think
This seemed
part
like
of
a
it,
game you would like.
and you said that.
Yeah.
And I think that was why I was annoyed. I
Well,
was like, Evan doesn't know me.
There's nothing that
I've never been known
you like puzzles.
by anyone. I do like puzzles.
Do you think you would have liked it if no one said anything to you?
No. I didn't find the puzzles very hard at all.
Right. Okay.
And I thought this was a game for children. And a good game for children. I'm sure children would like it, but I was like, this is for babies. No?
Well, maybe then put me in a big old diaper and roll me around on the ground and say, hello, big baby. Hello, baby Greggy. Because
Thinking
I
about
thought it was
Resident
great.
Evil again?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking about. I just think, yeah, if this is a game for babies, then put me in a crib. Feed me with a bottle, let me hang out with all these other babies and be in like a baby, like a camp, I guess.
like
where
a
all
creche?
like where all the babies go and like adult babies, and then we're all just babies together.
Adult babe. Oh,
And there's mums and dads that come in and they're like, and they help us out and
I'll help.
yeah, they're kind of
Okay. So you liked it, Greg? Is what I'm going to say.
yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry because I thought I was going to enjoy it, and I feel like a hater right
You don't
now.
need to apologise to me. You're allowed to not like it. That's fine. I'm no good at platformers.
As soon as the first platforming level started, I thought Evan's going to be here for hours.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know about the platforming.
Yeah.
Oh, Greg's offside all of a sudden.
No,
Greg is pissed.
I'm taking my bottle. I'm taking my. I'm going to a different baby place. I'll still be a baby, but in a different way.
Okay. I also really don't like puzzle games.
Why?
I
'Cause I
love puzzle
don't-
games.
What games do you like other than pretending you're a lightsaber with Eminem?
He likes Beat Saber and he likes Cookie Clicker. That's it.
I don't
Oh,
like to be challenged.
You don't find it you don't find Beat Saber a bit challenging, or
It's challenging in a different way, but also I don't like it when it challenges me. I like it when I win.
And also when you get to listen to new Eminem.
yeah,
what?
abracadabra.
There's no old Eminem on there.
Okay, what do you love about? Do you like Astrobot?
Careful. You know how they get.
I haven't played the new Astrobot game. I played the
Oh yeah, Astro's Playroom.
I played Astro's
Playroom. It's the original.
Yeah, I didn't mind that too much. this is the thing, is I enjoyed this game, but I'm just not good at the puzzling, the platforming stuff. It's not that I don't like platformers.
You're really bad at it.
I'm just really bad at them.
He's
and that
really
makes
bad
it
at
really
it.
hard.
Like, it's
for me to
insane.
Enjoy.
I would love to see you just do a level of Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, no,
You would just lose.
yeah.
Maybe on the first level.
I died in this game a bunch.
You died?
How can you
Yeah.
die?
When you're platforming and things get you, or you fall off a thing and you fall onto the spikes,
And the Plucky
and then you
Squire
get up off
dies.
the spikes, and then you
Is there
fall
like
onto the
much
spikes.
gore? Like, do
again.
they show the Plucky Squire like
Yeah.
trying to get
What
off the
comes out of
spikes?
you?
It's not gory. No, it's you just die, and then you rise. You go again from a checkpoint.
I don't love platforming. I didn't know there was a platforming element to this
You
game.
didn't even play very much of the game.
I played like 5 minutes of the game.
Okay.
I've been playing.
Now I'm offended. Here I am feeling like, a real sourpuss, being like, I didn't like the game. I clearly played more than both of you combined.
Yeah, but I saw that. I thought that was like quite clever that you had a little puzzle where it was like take a word and then replace it with another word. And then
That's what I thought it was. Baba is you for little babies.
Baba is you.
Interesting.
Yeah, I love Baba is you, and it's so hard.
You actually?
I do. Yeah,
Sounds like you don't know what it is and you're pretending.
I do know what it is. You are the Baba, and then it's like you.
You're saying Baba.
Yeah, like a Baba, like it's when you.
Okay, you don't know what it is.
When
You got your bottle. You're in
got your
crib.
bottle, you got your nappy, you got a little a Bubba. It's a little Bubba. Bubba is you. I am Bubba. We are all Bubba. I know what it is.
What do you like about Baba is you?
I like moving the words and making them like it's ingenious puzzles, but then it gets so fucking hard when it's like skull is kill, water is float.
Wow, I actually went fully from you didn't know what it was to you actually don't know what it is to you do know what it is.
Yeah, yeah. And like there's so many things I'm just like I don't.
I love Baba is you.
Yeah.
But you didn't like that element of this,
Well, it was just like, I played for like an hour,
right?
but it was so simple. And there was
Yeah.
so much talking, and it felt like every time you walk, you're getting stopped for someone to explain something that I thought was very
hate when that
obvious.
happens.
That
And
is-
I did play it on like adventure mode instead of story mode. I feel like there should have been another mode where you click the box. It's like I'm an adult, and I don't need you to explain this to me when it's very clear what's happening.
Yeah, I think they did over-explain a bit. I also felt like the dialogue wasn't very good to me.
No, I didn't. But I was like, well, it's for children, so that's fine.
Yeah, it just felt like it felt like, I don't know, it felt
children,
like a
right?
lot of it is over, like
Yeah.
it's just, it's
for kids?
Yeah, it's 10 up, isn't it? Like the E rating.
Yeah, it's on Switch and stuff.
Okay. There's plenty of adults who play Switch.
Okay. I don't know if it's explicitly like a kid's game. It's it's for people who like games like this, that sort of thing.
It's about a storybook.
It's about a storybook, yes. I felt the dialogue was there was too much of it, and it was a bit that relying on a lot of meta
There's
stuff.
always too much dialogue in every game because every single games developer. Here's a little tip: you are terrible at writing stories.
They're so bad. I
They're
was thinking
so
about
bad.
it when
They're
I was playing
always
this
bad.
game. I was so pissed off. I was like, this is the only genre of art where, and like writing is really important in all types of art. This is the only one where, by and large, it all just sucks so fucking
it
bad.
sucks so much.
Like 95% of games writing sucks. I've done this
Yeah.
before on this show. I've gone off on this team.
I've talked about this as well. Like it just is the worst. That was why I love The Last of Us so much because I was like, oh, a story that I actually like and the characters that aren't the worst.
But to be fair, you've been a fan of Neil Druckmann for a really long time.
Well, is that who's Neil Druckmann?
He's the writer director.
Is he also a bad guy?
No, I don't.
I'll tell you some stuff later. You're gonna love it.
All right. But yeah, every game, every single game, it's like stuff's happening. I'm like skip.
Yeah,
I was just skipping so much.
Skip.
it was ironic.
That's why Ben Russell makes fun of me because he says I only like games that are actually about depression.
Yeah.
But it's true. They're the good games.
Yeah, well.
Journey.
Okay.
Like that game.
This
Like that game.
it's ironic because it's literally set in a storybook. the story. It's not
But
very.
it's like I feel like if you're a kid, you would enjoy it.
Yeah, I think kids they'd obviously look past a lot of the writing and stuff.
Well, I just feel like they wouldn't notice.
Right.
When I was a kid, I watched the movie 21. Have you guys seen that movie?
21
Starring Jim
grams?
Sturgis.
21?
Oh,
feel like I
the
know
card
this.
counting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I had really like a fond. It was, a good memory of me watching that movie, and I watched it a couple weeks ago, and it's just the worst thing I've ever seen. In
That's
my
so sad. I remember thinking that movie was so cool when I was a kid.
it's not. Don't
Oh.
watch it.
That's like when I was a kid, I always used to say Gremlins 2 was my favourite movie.
Oh, I used to like that. Is it not good?
Well, I've watched it recently and I was right.
Oh, thank
It's
God.
like Gremlins 1, but there's more Gremlins.
Okay.
Which makes it better.
Interesting.
Like there's way more Gremlins. There's different kinds of Gremlins.
Yeah, there's that really smart one.
There's a smart Gremlin, girl Gremlin,
Oh yeah, girl
girl
gremlin.
Gremlin. There's spider
That's
Gremlin.
something for me.
Yeah,
For us,
that's the thing. And Gremlins was like really ahead of its time. Like
Oh, wow.
it was,
Was that Spielberg, or am I making that up?
You're thinking of E.T.
Gremlins 2 was Spielberg. You are correct. It was definitely Steven.
Who was it?
Steven Spielberg.
You know what I watched last night, and it was actually
It was
really
somebody, right?
What was it?
It's
Vanilla
produced by
Sky.
Steven Spielberg.
Have
All
you
right,
seen
great.
Vanilla
Oh
Sky?
yeah,
I loved it.
I remember watching that. I forget what Twitch rules are. When I was very in another state of mind,
Okay.
and it was really cool.
Yeah, maybe that was a similar thing for me. But it was amazing.
Yeah, I was like, this is a really cool movie.
I was like, wait.
This is fucking sick, man.
Highly recommend Vanilla Sky.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
Don't go crazy on me saying highly recommend.
All right.
I'm making a list of
What? No, it
movies
is cool.
recommended.
It's a cool movie. It's a cool movie if you've never seen it as well. Like if you don't know what it's about, it's cool.
I have no idea.
Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise.
Cruise is in it, and he's trying to play a charming guy, and that's funny because
yeah.
it's like there's just a darkness in him that is always there.
Like
And
Mel Gibson in What Women Want.
it's exactly like Mel Gibson in What Women Want. They're basically a shot-for-shot same movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Plucky Squire. I really like the artwork is nice, for a game like this. I think it's really nice.
I liked when it jumped.
Let's not do a 7 minutes about the
We
mask.
don't have 7 minutes.
We don't
for
have
that. Wait, are we past the thing?
The Mask.
No, we finished at 11.
The movie
right.
The Mask.
We recently watched the movie The Mask.
The movie The Mask?
Oh,
Movie Mask.
Movie The Mask.
Movie The Mask.
Movie Mask.
The movie The Mask. The
movie
movie
The
The Mask. Movie The Mask.
What's that about?
Yeah.
We don't have time for that. We've got game to talk about.
Well, can I bring up mask-related game?
Yes?
Ghost of what's the new one? The trailer just
The
dropped.
sequel to Tsushima.
Yeah, Ghost of
Majora's Mask.
Yes.
The one.
Ghost of
Say
what
one.
is it? Ghost of
Quick.
A VR headset is a kind of mask.
You could have said Crash Bandicoot, you bitch.
Yours all had
Ghost of
mask in the
Yotai.
name.
Yotai.
Okay.
It's gone woke. Ghost
Oh, because it's a girl.
Ghost of Yotai's gone woke.
It's a lady.
It's gone woke. It's what is it? DEI? DEI. Void. It's gone woke.
DEI.
What's DEI?
What's DEI?
So
It's
jealous.
bad.
I'm so
You don't
jealous
want
of you.
DEI. It's bad. You get.
I spend too much time on my phone, and I want to. Don't write down DEI.
Okay.
I think it's when you're drunk.
Yeah, it's
And you,
Investigate.
when you're over the limit.
Yes.
Is it when you're over the limit when you're driving?
Yeah, I got a
that's it.
DEI.
Yeah, you're drunk every.
I didn't guess
Yeah.
it, did I?
Kamala Harris has a
It's
drinking
diversity, equity, inclusion. It's the new. It's like the new N word. People just say it when they mean. Oh, look, there's a black person, and I don't want there to be one there.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
It's basically that. But also for like women and
There's
anything really.
there's like this website that someone's made where it's like, there are websites that already exist where you can like look up companies to see if they're ethical or not, or like give them a score, right? Like where you can go like, oh, this company has slavery, or this company, and
Has
then
slavery?
yeah,
Some of them do.
yeah, a lot of them do. Coffee and chocolate
Do you remember that chocolate brand, the Tony Chocolonely one?
Oh, yeah?
Oh my god! It used to on the chocolate. It used to say that it was a slave-free chocolate, and they've changed the packaging. And it no longer says the chocolate is slave-free, and it says that they're working towards a world free of slavery.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So am I.
It's crazy how like
Oh no.
if you came down into my house and I had all these like I don't know boys in a basement, right? I had all these boys in a basement.
Evan knows what you're talking
like,
about.
little- and then instead of like going to jail, I went, look, I'm working towards a world in which I don't have any more boys in my basement.
We want
Like,
there no
but-
boys in any basements, actually.
Yeah, and I want that. And by 2050, I'm not going to have any boys in my basement.
Yeah,
or at
well-
least have reduced it by 80%.
Right.
And then people
It's
are
not
like,
the
oh,
kind of
that's
thing
so
you can get
that's
rid
so
of
good.
overnight,
Like,
right? Like,
Well,
it's not the
unless
kind of
we
thing
all
you can
gave
get
up
rid
coffee.
of overnight. What?
Unless we all gave out coffee, and I'm not doing that.
yeah, I'm not.
I just really feel like a 7 minutes in heaven on the mask.
I don't think we have time. We have to
Nick,
talk about the
we're having-
basement boys.
Okay,
We're
talking
talking-
about chocolate train.
We're talking about slavery, Beck. We're
I don't-
having fun.
I don't understand what 7 minutes and the mask means.
So there's occasionally we do a
It's a
segment
VI
on
thing.
this called 7 Minutes in Evan, where I just talk for 7 minutes. And also we watched The Mask recently. We don't want to.
We're running out of the time we
I
do
don't want to
have.
hear about how beautiful you think Cameron Diaz was when she was 19.
Was she 19 in the film?
I don't know, she looked young.
She was. Well, I mean,
I don't know, I'm not checking. But I am judging.
I don't know, but I think you should be in prison.
this game, good game. I don't know. I like
game?
the Plucky Squire.
Oh, yeah.
So what was I saying? The art style's
Favorite
good.
game.
Yeah, the game I love.
The mechanic where you can pop out of the page and into the 3D world. I think it's they do a lot of creative stuff with that. The being able to manipulate the book in the 3D world to jump between pages and it's like I need a word from the page to 2 pages ago.
Oh, I didn't get that far.
Right. Okay. So they do quite a good job, I think, of adding mechanics.
They didn't add them fast enough for me.
Right. Okay.
But I'm a real puzzler.
Yeah, okay. They could have. I think
I'm a puzzle
for
head.
me, it was a good pace. I think.
I like
kind of
Bubba
adding
is you.
New things. Okay.
Can I just point out, like, people are going, people really want to see 7 minutes of,
And what's the time now?
like, they really want to
That
see.
is enough.
44.
That is
It's
enough
the
time.
Patreon, I reckon.
Do it for the Patreon.
Yes, it's the Patreon.
All right, we'll do it for the Patreon.
Does that mean I can leave?
Doing it for the Patreon, like having people pay for 7 minutes in Evan is like going to like a dominatrix. Like, it's like paying to be hurt and abused.
Yeah.
Like, and it's cool if that's what you're. It's so cool if
No,
you.
it's
if
not.
you're
It's
into
fucked
that.
up. It's fucked up.
They do a good job at adding these new mechanics. The
You should talk like that all the time. Do it again.
I don't know what I did.
Where did you go?
No. I was trying to catch up with my train of thought. I think the 3D world looks really nice. Like the 2D drawn artwork is really nice, but the 3D world also.
2D world.
2D world.
2D world.
2D world. And the
2D world.
The 3D world looks. I think it looks.
3D world. 3D world.
3D world looks beautiful.
2D. The 3D.
I'm actually worried that I started doing an accent that I wasn't trying to do.
Yeah, I heard it.
It started getting a bit weird.
We wouldn't be allowed to do that if it was 7 minutes in Evan right now.
That's true. That's true. I could just talk about the mask and no one could interrupt me.
Yeah, but you made your choice.
Yeah.
You made your bed.
But yeah, so Plucky Squire, it's pretty cool. I'd give it a 2 out of 10 for difficulty and a 5 out of 10 for enjoyability. Hey, thanks for watching. Let's take a sneak peek at the next game. You know what that is?
No, what's that?
No.
That's the guy that plays every N64 game week by week.
Yeah, right.
Every N64 game that's ever been made.
Wow.
How
the
far in
Beast.
is he?
And
Is
yet
it-
you
is-
don't know who Joey Chestnut is.
I don't know who Joey Chestnut is, but I know.
Chestnut.
I'm playing every N64 game, and I mean all of them.
Chestnut. That's a boob.
What?
Chestnut.
Cass, I'm serious right now. Be serious.
Is chestnut slang for boob?
It should be.
Oh, chestnut. I get it.
Oh, lovely chestnuts. Oh, she's got lovely Oh, sorry.
Oh, I bet they do say that, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you all say that.
Oh, you go. Oh.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
You're all
Look at her chestnuts then.
So excited for Christmas time. Getting the chestnuts out on the fireplace. Oh.
If you've been a good little boy, I'll get me chestnuts out. If you've been a good little bubba. If you've been a good little baby.
Oh,
It's good. Okay.
that's going up my spine.
Yeah.
Also, I wasn't sure. I was always being followed around by a couple little people in the game.
Yeah.
What is Keck W?
It's just, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I think it's another slur.
the
Little friends.
your little friends.
See, you don't know about that. It's like people who are around you just because they want to be.
Right.
And they just sort of hang around while you do stuff.
But in a video game, normally if you've got other people that are following you around, they're useful in some way. They do stuff.
Well, they're there to talk to you so that they can stop you in your tracks every time you go to the next page.
Yeah.
Which is like 10 seconds to walk from one page to the next, and then they stop you, and then you have a nice little conversation with all your friends.
Yeah.
I'm being a hater, and I really don't want to be.
Okay.
No, that's fair enough.
You should.
The game didn't make me mad or anything, you know.
Yeah.
When they said something about music at the very start, and I started getting like really bad flashbacks to Songs of a Hero.
Oh yeah.
Which, guys, you can't imagine the suffering of playing that game. It was by, what was it, a Brazilian YouTuber.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was a
And he
YouTube
made a
thing.
game, and the protagonist is singing the entire time.
Oh.
And like singing what they're doing, like the action
Yeah.
of what they're doing.
I'm
yeah.
going on an adventure and I'm jumping up a hill. Like just doing that the entire time.
That,
And so I was really scared for a second, but
for someone who doesn't like musical theatre, that is what all musical theatre feels like.
that's
to
so
me.
offensive. That's so, because it's like the antithesis of musical theatre. It's clearly the straightest man in existence made that video game, and it shows. Harmless, it is.
Good episode of this show, though.
Because I was sad.
I think.
I was upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Ben really ripped into it. Who else was on that? Tom Walker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all went pretty hard, I think.
Yeah.
But this game didn't piss me off. I just thought it wasn't for me.
Yeah. I also thought it wasn't for me. It did piss me off.
Well, that's your fault though.
It's because I kept dying.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
And that's insane to me. Because again, my problem with this game is that it's a game for children.
Yes.
It was so easy. But your problem was that you kept dying.
I didn't have the skill to
Hard for
play it.
you.
It's too hard. Well, yeah. I don't like. I get. I'll get stuck on things. I got stuck on things that weren't even puzzles. And I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing here? You're just supposed to walk under the bridge, but you couldn't. I didn't realize you could do that. You know.
It wasn't even a puzzle. It's just you just had to walk.
Walk from left,
Yeah.
from left to right, and you.
I was like
"What
going
do I
back a
do?"
page. I was like jumping out of the book, going like, well, maybe I need to do something for the previous page. I was like making the water full again and then draining it. Like, what's going on? Why can't I help this poor fish? And all I had to do to help the poor fish was walk to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't realize I could do that.
How long did it take you to try?
Well, I don't know. A few minutes of getting frustrated, and then I looked up a YouTube playthrough.
You looked up a walkthrough, and it was literally a walkthrough.
Walk from left to right.
Yeah, but it's because the art style. It didn't look like you could. It didn't look like that was a way that you could go.
Do you think that's changed the way you live now? Do you think you're going to try more things?
No.
Okay.
Let's look up YouTube walkthroughs.
No, just like, if you come across a thing that you assume it's not going to work just because how it looks, you might be like, oh, maybe I'll give it a go. What's the harm?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's like how, recently I was in a McDonald's in Portugal.
Brag.
Okay.
and they had a burger called the Big Arch, and I thought no, but I thought, you know what? I'm in another country. I'm going to try something new.
Yeah.
And
What's
it was
the harm?
what's the harm? You know, like, and I was like a bit, you know, standoffish, like foreign foods and all that. But then I had the Big Arch, and it was one of the best burgers McDonald's has ever made. And
Really?
What was in it?
it had crispy onions.
Wow.
The rest I didn't know because it was all in Portuguese. So it was like, well, I don't know what any of this means. But there was like definitely beef and cheese,
All right.
and then some kind of sauce. But it
like
was a different
McDonald's.
sauce. It was a different sauce than what you'd think. And yeah, and they don't have the Big Arch in Australia, and I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know how to, you know. But that's what I'm just saying. Like, if you sometimes you try something new, and
Is that what the? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you feel inspired?
go out there and take a risk.
Take the Big Arch, walk under the bridge.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I'm watching Vanilla Sky again.
I think what got me was like I expected it to be a puzzle. You know, you're given a problem, and I expected to be using all the things that I've learned so far. I can change words around.
Yeah.
I can jump into the book and out of the book and into the 3 world or whatever. But there was no puzzle there. The puzzle was you have to walk to the fish, and then you have to click Y and grab the fish.
I think we should move on because I keep losing respect for you every time you describe having to walk towards the fish.
I think it's a fair critique.
Can I say a different game that I also played recently that I hated?
Sure.
That made me mad because other people liked it.
Oh, yeah.
Still Wakes the Deep.
What is that? I've never even heard of that.
Still Wakes the Deep. It's a horror game, like a first-person horror game, which I love. This is my favourite genre of game.
Yeah, right.
First person horror?
Yeah, I love a horror game. I love all horror games. I love being scared. I love being creeped out.
Yeah.
You're a freak.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'd see that the appeal of that.
fun to feel
I'm going to
creepy.
picture him at the computer in the dark.
Yeah. Just sitting there in my nappy.
Nice.
Just on my computer going, oh, I'm really scared. I'm friggin' scared of it. Yeah, it was the worst game because A, it wasn't scary, and B, it was like not telling you what to do, but there's, when you see yellow tape in games or yellow things and you're like, that's the ledge you got to climb up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was nowhere to get, like, it was
yellow.
just on tracks. Like, the whole game was just like, there was no danger whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
There was no anything. You just walk in a line like this, exactly where it tells you to go until the game finishes, and it sucked.
Is it like one of those?
Hated it.
It's a shame.
'Cause I feel like some horror games are set up in a way. I've been too scared to play them. 7 minutes left.
7 minutes.
6 minutes left.
Oh, 6 minutes.
So, no, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
What
I
was
feel like
that?
some of them are set up so that it's not so much that you are playing a game, but you are the vehicle in the horror movie. Like you're just making you click the buttons to make horror movie happen to you.
Yeah, right.
Again, I've been too scared to play any of them, but I've been reading.
I don't play a lot of horror games. I played a VR one when you were on the Titanic.
We know. Oh my God.
Which I thought was good. A little jump
I
scares.
enjoyed that.
Jump scares in VR is.
I wouldn't like that. I think
Yeah.
I'd cry.
It's more scary because you can't.
I'd feel immersed,
there in your face.
and then I'd feel really stuck.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Also, anyone could come up behind you and bash you.
Yeah. Yeah. You get bashed while you're playing a horror game.
I don't have a VR headset. I've definitely played the one where you're an eagle flying. Loved it. Got really scared. Have you guys gotten that thing that you can get in VR where you it gets scary or you panic, but because you're so immersed, you don't think to take the hat off?
What?
I've heard of this happening. Like people get so sucked into the game that when something scary happens, they don't think I'll just take the hat off.
Right.
I would take
Looking.
it off, I think. I would take it off.
I'm actually built different.
I would remember that. I don't think I'd think it was real life.
No, you don't think it's real life. It's just when you start panicking.
Your immediate reaction isn't take off the headset.
Yeah.
Your immediate reaction
It's
is
like
like
run away.
Yeah, it's like it's what it
Yeah.
would be if it was really there. Yeah, no, I mean
Yeah.
that's yeah. Because you're not thinking about it. It's
Yeah,
it's
you
an
are spooked.
instinctual thing.
Yeah.
It's like when you look in the mirror and you go, fuck, and who's that? And then you go, wait, calm down. Like you're about to fight him and then you're like, nah, it's all right.
That's what that sounds like. That sounds insane.
Hey, we should wrap up the show, shall we? The Plucky
You guys
Squire.
got places to go, innit?
What's the time there?
I'll go to the Thames.
What time? It must be. It's like 2 p.m. or something there, maybe.
I'll go down the main.
It's just the afternoon. I think you just
Down the main.
afternoon. The Plucky
Let's go to
Squire.
the pub.
Shoveling coal.
I gotta go get my lash extensions done.
Plucky Squire is available now on PC, Switch, Xbox, and PS5. So go pick that up if you like.
I gotta go to the train station and wait for Harry Potter, even though they said Harry Potter's not coming this year. I want to see it.
I recommend the game. I think it's pretty good. It's like $40 Australian. And I think if you look at the trailer, maybe not that trailer that we watched just then, but if you look at a trailer and you're like,
that was crazy.
think it's something that you'd enjoy, I think you would. I think you'd enjoy it.
Like $4 an hour. That's pretty okay.
Yeah.
Can you say governor?
Governor.
Governor.
What about shine your shoes, governor?
Shine your shoes, governor.
That's pretty good.
What's about a posh accent like this?
Ooh.
Hey, before
Tuning in.
Before we wrap up the show, we have to thank our top patrons, of course. Alan Cashin, Ben Russell's PS5 has a Patreon. Blake Hannikin, Brandon Wozni, Cameron Forward, Chris Potts.
Christian Sanchez.
Christopher, David Bourne, Death Wombat, Decay, Dominic Dave, Alyssa, Enron Intern, Flubby Wobbly Google Chocks.
Yeah.
McClaxel Chopspace. Names. Jim Bates, Mikey Likey,
Oh, that's fun.
MJ, Namph, Oscar A, Prof, Rivet the Dog, Scott Two Vendettas McEachin, Sean Prague, and Siraj, and also Exed Neil. I said and too soon, I'm sorry. If you want to hear your name read out on the show, just sign up to the Close Personal Friends Patreon tier, or if you can't get enough of us and you want some bonus gaming game content, you can join the Backstage Pass tier where for $10 a month you can submit and vote on questions for our weekly Patreon question segment, except this week it sounds like it's going to be 7 minutes in Evan about the mask. So if you feel more of the show, I think there's about a dozen of those exclusive segments that are up there now if you sign up.
It's 2 p.m. in London.
Yeah, we're going to wrap this up. But no matter which tier you're on, you get access to the Discord and all that sort of thing. There's also a $25 tier where you get a mug. We'll ship a mug anywhere in the world. You get a mug anywhere in the world.
Other accents.
Anything
Liverpool.
to plug?
Liverpool accent.
Yorkshire.
Is there anything you'd like
That's
to?
probably really wrong. And
Yorkshire.
Is there anything you'd like to plug in the Yorkshire accent?
I like that one.
I'd like to plug Yorkshire.
Okay.
Pork pie in Yorkshire. You get a proper pork pie in Yorkshire.
Okay.
I think that's my favourite British accent.
Mine is the one I can't do, which is the Scouse. I don't know how to do the Scouse accent. Like,
What does it sound like?
I wish I could tell you, but I can't.
Serious, Cass? After what he just said?
I can't. Ben Russell can do it really well. Can we get Scouse?
Scouse.
That's kind of
The only thing I know in Scouse is that song M to the B. You know that song Millie
That's Scouse.
B? That's Scouse, right?
Oh, okay.
Sort out your manky Scouse brow. Or maybe she's just making fun of her for having a Scouse brow. I don't know.
Slag.
We're running over time.
Slag riddled with STDs.
Is
You
something
guys like this?
I've got a
No, they're
podcast.
Blackpool.
I've got a podcast
Sorry.
that I sometimes do called The Greg Larson Show. Apart from that, I got nothing coming up.
right?
But check out the podcast. Sometimes I put out episodes.
Right.
What are they?
What are they?
Yeah.
What are the episodes?
Sometimes they're chatting to people. There's a few live episodes. I'm going to be uploading soon,
You just
actually, my
record
travel
random
diaries.
audio into your phone and then you get people to pay for it.
Yeah. No, they don't pay. It's free.
Right.
I just do it
You got
for,
nothing to lose.
do it for fun, man.
Cass, where can people find you?
At Sans Pants Radio. Find me online at Cascast page. Listen to Being Hot is Hard and Shut Up a Second. Naomi's been on both. They're really silly podcasts.
That's right.
One's just like yapping, and the other one is yapping about being hot, and we ask people why they're freaks. Because everyone is.
Sure. And I mean, anything you'd like to plug?
I mean, what's my deal anymore, even?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have stuff to look forward
That's
to.
a very existential.
Yeah. What are you excited for?
But it's not, you're not going to know anything about it.
Fair enough. Okay.
Maybe years to come, if ever. I feel a kinship with like Kendrick Lamar, you know? Does one thing and then disappears for like 5 years.
Yeah, right.
You're here.
This doesn't count.
Okay.
This isn't a thing.
I have something to plug this week before we wrap up.
Oh, sorry, we should have asked.
Sorry.
I think we really have to stop. Like we do, like we are.
It's over time.
No, they started late anyway.
That's true, actually. They did run
We're
out.
actually ahead.
We are streaming a live comedy podcast festival, which actually spans Australia and the UK. It's called Cheerful Earful. Next weekend, it will have a heap of shows streaming from this studio over 3 days, including Do Go On, Confessions of the Idiots, Willosophy, Plumbing the Death Star, and Mish and Zach. Go to cheerfulearful.co.uk for tickets. It's going to be great. We're going to have an audience in here, up to 100 people.
Well, you were going to say orgy.
You got to know an audience. There'll be an
That's
audience
a cheerful
in here.
earful.
Oh, that's what you meant by wet willy.
We're gonna have. There's gonna be like we're gonna have a bar. We're gonna have you'll be able to get pizzas. Then we're gonna set up the whole the outside to be like we come and hang out and stuff. It'll be like a festival.
Sounds like Firefest.
Yeah or no?
I'm excited for it.
We're going to have a jacuzzi and a ball pit.
I mean, if all they committed to was beer and pizza, I think they could have pulled it off.
I don't know, that guy's pretty stupid. They're doing that again. Have you seen that? They're doing Fire Festival too.
Really?
That guy is doing Fire Festival too.
I almost want to go.
I know.
Like I almost want to
the thing, I
go.
reckon
A lot of people have bought tickets.
They'll sell out for sure. Hey, if you're watching this live, don't go too far because in a couple of hours, Yomp, the Ye Olde movie podcast, will be streaming right here on the Yogscast.
I think it's just ye old, is it not?
It's got an E on it. Well, yeah, I know.
You just said ye oldie?
Oh, it's because it's got an E in there. Ye old. I don't know. All right.
Ye oldie? Sorry.
Anyway, they're streaming here on the Yogscast Twitch channel in a couple of hours. I think they've been on hiatus most of the year, so if you're a fan, you won't want to miss that.
That's after us.
That's after us. Not immediately, but...
What's after us?
Well, I don't think there is anything immediate. I don't know.
Why are we in a rush?
Oh, I don't know.
I want to go home.
Yeah, it's late here.
I want to leave.
It's after 11 p.m. in Melbourne.
Do you think it
What,
was
you can go roll around on the floor and
Yes.
nappy on?
I want to roll around. I want to get into my nappy and just wind down.
Oh, yeah.
And just have a wind down at the end of the day.
Hot milk to take the edge
Hot
off.
milk, just a hot milk laced with Valium, and just relax.
Actually sounds so good.
Yeah.
He calls it mother's milk.
Hey, thanks so much for watching us. If you enjoyed the show, you can go check us out on YouTube. We'll catch you again soon. Bye.